Marvel fans, comic geeks, and all the nerds in between. My name is Megan with Vigilante Vibes, and today I'm here with another character breakdown, and it is actually not a mutant, but I think it's someone that we should all be talking about. And with the incoming new season of Daredevil Born Again, I think we really need to talk about her. Today we're going to talk about Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones' very first appearance in Marvel Comics was Amazing Spider-Man number 4 of June of 1963, where she was just a random character, which was confirmed in Amazing Spider-Man number 601 that she was just a random character, but she was indeed Jessica Jones. But her first full appearance was in Alias number 1 in September of 2001. She was created by Brian Michael Bendis, Michael Gaydos, Stan Lee, and Steve Ditko. Jessica Campbell grew up in Forest Hills, Queens, and went to Midtown High with Peter Parker. They had a few classes together, and she absolutely had a crush on him, and she just never worked up the nerve to say anything. One day, she followed him to the New York Hall of Science, planning to finally talk to him, but that's when he got bitten by a radioactive spider that completely changed his life. We all know the story of Peter Parker. Jessica trailed after him when he rushed out, lost sight of him, and almost got hit by an Ajax Atomic Labs truck before some random guy yanked her out of the way. Shaken, she bolted. That night at home, she was trying to fantasize about the Human Torch when her little brother Philip barged in and completely ruined the mood. Not long after, her family went to Disney World thanks to free tickets from her dad's boss, Tony Stark. On the drive back, Jessica and Philip were arguing when their car slammed into a military convoy carrying radioactive chemicals. Her whole family died. Jessica survived, but was exposed to the chemicals and slipped into a coma for months. She woke up around the time the Fantastic Four faced Galactus, when the planet was blasted with cosmic radiation. Afterward, she was placed in the Moore House for Wayward Children and later adopted by Alyssa Jones and her husband, taking their last name. Eventually, she realized the accident left her with super strength and durability. Back at Midtown High, she was an outcast, especially with Flash Thompson on her case. Peter tried to be kind to her since they'd both lost family, and he can relate, but she misread it as pity and she snapped at him, in true Jessica Jones form, and in true Peter Parker form. Running off upset, she discovered she could fly. This is different from the show where she cannot fly, at least that we know of. But yeah, in the comics, she can fly. And promptly lost control and crashed into the Hudson River. Thor ended up rescuing her. While testing her powers, she accidentally crash-landed on the Scorpion during a laundromat robbery, knocking him out long enough for the cops to grab him. Later, seeing Spider-Man fight Sandman in her own classroom made her realize that she could actually use her abilities to help people. She tried the superhero thing under the name Jewel and stayed active for about 4 years, though she never got the spotlight other heroes did. Then, everything went sideways when she stumbled into Zebediah Kilgrave, the Purple Man, who was played by David Tennant in the show, making two men fight in a restaurant. He mind-controlled her, ordered her to deal with police, and eventually kept her prisoner for 8 long months. He never assaulted her sexually, but he used her as a puppet in his crimes. At one point, he sent her to kill Daredevil. Disoriented and barely free of his pheromones, she attacked the Scarlet Witch by mistake because of the red costume. She finally broke free, but the Avengers and Defenders nearly killed her before Jean Grey helped pull her out of another coma. After months of recovery, she turned down an offer to join the Avengers as a S.H.I.E.L.D. liaison. Still angry and traumatized, she briefly went dark as a vigilante called Nitrous, but that lasted about a week. After a run-in with Luke Cage during a mob bust and seeing the collateral damage up close, she ditched the mask and started fresh as a private investigator, founding Alias Investigations. From there, her life got messy in very human ways. Complicated cases, political conspiracies, being manipulated into nearly exposing Captain America's identity, getting attacked by supervillains, navigating relationships, especially with Luke Cage. She uncovered missing persons, mutant hate crimes, corporate corruption, and even rescued Spider-Woman, which is Maddie Franklin, from being exploited for mutant growth hormone. Kilgrave resurfaced more than once, tormenting her again, but this time she fought back. She beat him down herself. Around that time, she found out she was pregnant. After some emotional fallout, including an awkward misunderstanding with Scott Lang, she told Luke the baby was his. They decided to keep it and try building something real together. Jessica took a consulting job at the Daily Bugle for a superhero-focused section called The Pulse, but that led to clashes with J. Jonah Jameson and danger from Norman Osborn's Green Goblin. She survived, baby was cool and safe, and Luke made sure Osborn paid. Eventually, Jessica and Luke got married. She kept the name Jones, you have to stay on brand, had their daughter Danielle, and balanced family life with superhero chaos. She rejoined the hero world as Jewel again, later going by Power Woman, which is cute because he's Power Man, and became part of the New Avengers and later the Defenders alongside Luke, Daredevil, and Iron Fist. Fun fact, Squirrel Girl was their nanny for Danielle. So, if you didn't know, now you know. They dealt with Hydra takeovers, crime lords like Diamondback, and more Purple Man drama, including him trying to manipulate her through her daughter. Through it all, multiversal doubles, secret wars, S.H.I.E.L.D. conspiracies, and constant trauma, Jessica kept choosing her family. Even when Kilgrave tried one last mind game years later, she faced him head on. And when he finally died for good, it felt like she'd closed a darkest chapter of her life. Since then, she's appeared in Marvel Comics, but not in like a huge way. She showed up to help Spider-Gwen in Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider by Stephanie Phillips. That's the last time we saw her. But to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Jessica Jones, we are getting an Alias Red Band sometime soon in the next month. So that is Jessica Jones. She went from awkward Queens teenager with a crush to traumatized survivor to reluctant hero, PI, Avenger, wife, and a mother. Still sarcastic and still stubborn, but finally in control of her own story. So that is Jessica Jones. She is a fantastic character. Anyone that's watched her show that was originally made by Netflix, you know she's fantastic. And I'd say they did a really, really good job with that show and her backstory without, leaving off the flying, but it's fine. But yeah, that's Jessica Jones. I am so excited to see her in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I am so excited for her incoming limited series of Alias Red Band. She is amazing, and you should absolutely check her out in the comics. One I would really recommend checking out is Alias. I think that does the best job at showing who she is. It shows her from the start, and you get to know her from the beginning. So, with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe, and have a marvelous day.